Mastermind India, sponsored by Hindustan Petroleum and AT&T.
In this round of Mastermind India, we have a systems analyst from Mumbai on Formula One motor racing from 1950 to 2000. An army officer from Devlali on the childhood of Krishna. A civil servant from Mumbai on the life of Kasturba Gandhi. And an engineering student from Cochin on Pink Floyd. Hello and welcome to Mastermind India on BBC World. We resume our nationwide quiz contest of wit and nerve in the city of Mumbai, having completed our first leg of preliminaries in Delhi at the imposing Metcalfe House. We are now privileged to be in a setting with a fascinating history of its own. The Taj Mahal Hotel in Mumbai, as much a landmark of the city as the Gateway of India, which is right in front. The Gateway of India, of course, was built to commemorate the first visit of a British monarch on Indian soil. This splendid hotel, on the other hand, asserted an Indian identity. It was primarily to counter social prejudice of the time, and when the image of the city was reeling from an epidemic of plague, that one man dreamt an audacious dream: to build a world-class hotel that was of India, whose doors were open to all. This was the vision of the pioneering industrialist and nationalist Jamshedji Nasarwanji Tata. The Taj Mahal Hotel, completed in 1903 with majestic domes, arched colonnades and bay windows, reflects an amalgamation of Neo-Gothic and Eastern styles. Its magnificent halls, sumptuous suites and elegant architecture played host first to the Barasabs and Indian royalty, but in time to travelers from every part of India and abroad. In a fundamental sense, this hotel has retained its preeminence through these past 100 years and has preserved its original architecture and historic character. It's in this historic and hospitable setting that we'll continue our challenge of mastery of the mind over specialized in general knowledge with a set of 4 contenders. As always, we'll begin with our specialized subject round, and so may I now call upon the first contender to take his place, please. Your name?
Aniruddha Joshi.
Occupation?
Systems analyst.
Your chosen area of specialization?
Formula One motor racing, 1950 to 2000.
Aniruddha Joshi, if you're ready, we'll start your set of questions on your chosen area of specialization now. Which driver won Ferrari's first ever Formula One race at Silverstone in 1951?
Alberto Ascari.
Incorrect. Who won the first Formula One Grand Prix at Silverstone driving an Alfa Romeo?
Giuseppe Farina.
Or Nino Farina is correct. Where was the first ever Formula One Grand Prix race held on 13th May 1950?
Silverstone, England.
Correct. Of the 8 Grand Prix held in 1952, which driver won the last 6?
Ascari.
Is correct. For which team did Juan Manuel Fangio win the last of his 5 drivers' championships in 1957?
Maserati.
Correct. Who was the first British driver to win the drivers' championship?
Mike Hawthorne.
Correct. Which is the only non-Britain based team apart from Ferrari to have won the constructors' title?
Pass.
In which season was the constructors' championship established by the FIA?
1958.
Correct. Apart from Mario Andretti, who is the only American driver to have won the drivers' championship?
Phil Hill.
Correct. In which circuit are you likely to find the Casino, Portier and Rascasse turns?
Monte Carlo, Monaco.
Correct. For which team did Jim Clark win 2 titles in 1963 and 65, including 25 race wins?
Lotus Climax.
Correct. Which driver won the driver's title in 1969 while driving for the team of the French defense supplier Matra?
Jackie Stewart.
Correct. Which driver gave the McLaren team its first ever Formula One race win?
Bruce McLaren.
Is correct. Which charismatic Italian managed the Benetton team when Michael Schumacher won 2 titles in 94 and 95?
Flavio Briatore.
Correct. Who won the driver's title in Japan in 76 because Lauda refused to race in pouring rain?
James Hunt.
Correct. In 1980, who became the first driver from Williams to win a driver's title?
Alan Jones.
Correct. At which Grand Prix did Gilles Villeneuve die after a collision with Jochen Mass in 1982?
Zolder, Belgium.
Correct. And that is time, at the end of which, Anirudh Joshi, I find you have scored 15 points with 1 pass. Thank you very much. May I now call upon our second contender, please? Your name,
Purna Chandra,
occupation,
Army Officer,
your specialized subject.
The Childhood of Krishna.
Purna Chandra, if you're ready, we'll start your set of questions on your chosen area of specialization now. According to the Bhagavad Puran, in which month of the Hindu calendar was Krishna born?
Shravana.
Is correct. What name did Krishna obtain after Yashoda bound him to a mortar with a rope around his stomach?
Pass.
Which demoness tried to kill Krishna when Nanda went to pay his taxes in Mathura?
Putana.
Correct. Which family priest of the Yadavs presided over Krishna's naming ceremony at Vasudev's request?
Garga.
Correct. Which serpent fled from Ramanaka to the Yamuna for fear of Garuda?
Kaliya.
Correct. Which sage's curse prevented Garuda from entering the waters of the Yamuna?
Saubhari.
Correct. Which Devrishi cursed Nal Kuber and Manigriv to become trees until freed by Krishna?
Narada.
Correct. Which celestial animal bathed Krishna with milk, calling him Govinda, the lord of cattle?
Kamadhenu.
Correct. What form did the demon Trinavrat assume when he went to Gokul?
Whirlwind.
Can you explain that?
A wind. It's a tempestuous wind.
I'll accept that a cyclone, a tornado, or dust storm. For what length of time did Krishna hold Govardhan when attacked by Indra?
7 days.
Correct. Who sprinkled Krishna with water from the Akash Ganga when Indra worshipped him?
Sachi.
No, it's Eravat. Which brother of Putna tried to kill Krishna in the form of a huge stork?
Bakasur.
Correct. Which follower of Kans tried to kill Krishna by assuming the form of a gigantic bull?
Arishta or Vrishabhasura.
Correct. Which friend of Arishta tried to avenge his death by taking the form of a large blue horse?
Kesi.
Correct. Who stopped Nanda and the other cowherds from going to Krishna's rescue when he was fighting Kalya?
Pass.
Which god tried to play a joke on Krishna by hiding the calves and cowherds with his Maya?
Brahma.
Correct. Which friend of Krishna suggested entering Dhenukasur's forest?
Pass.
In what shape did Dhenukasur attack Balram and the other cowherds?
A donkey.
Correct. Which sage informed Kans that Devki's 8th child was still alive? You can take that.
Narada.
Is correct. And that is time. At the end of your 2 minutes of time on your chosen area of specialization, the childhood of Krishna Purna Chandra, I find you've scored 15 points with 3 passes. Thank you very much. And now may I call upon our third contender, please. Your name,
Uma Mahadevan,
occupation,
civil servant,
your chosen area of specialization.
the life of Kasturba Gandhi.
Uma Mahadevan, if you're ready, we'll start your set of questions on your specialized subject now. What was Kasturba's maiden surname?
Kapadia,
Correct. By how much was Kasturba older than Mohandas?
6 months,
Is correct. How old was Kasturba when she was married to Gandhi?
13 years,
Correct. In which town did Kasturba go to live with her husband after marriage?
Rajkot,
Correct. From whom did Kasturba learn to speak English at Phoenix?
Millie Polak,
Correct. Who was the doctor who operated on Kasturba when she was seriously ill in January 1909 in Durban?
Dr. Nanji,
Correct. What preparation prescribed for her recovery did she refuse to eat?
beef broth, beef tea,
Correct. Which sweet dish did Mohandas once challenge Kasturba to make as fast as he and their guests could eat them?
Puran Poli,
Correct. Where was Kasturba first arrested in 1913?
Maritzburg, Transvaal,
No, it's Natal. Of which organization was Kasturba made a patron in February 1914 in Durban?
Pass,
Who along with Gandhi and Kasturba signed a circular in 1914 affirming unconditional service to the empire?
Herman Kallenbach,
No, it's Sarojini Naidu. Where did Kasturba organize a sanitation campaign in 1917?
Champaran,
Correct. In which newspaper did Kasturba publish an appeal following Gandhi's arrest in 1922?
Young India,
Correct. Which of her sons' marriages does Kasturba directly negotiate?
Manilal,
Correct. Our men are warriors. We are warriors' wives. We must give the men courage. If we are brave, they will be brave. On what occasion did Kasturba say these words?
The Dandi March at Sabarmati.
At which stage?
The launch of the
That's
Dandi.
right. How did Kasturba bless those who were setting out on the Dandi March?
By applying tilak to their foreheads.
Correct. When he was arrested during the salt satyagraha, what was Gandhi's message to his wife?
Tell her she's a brave girl.
Correct. In which jail was Kasturba held when she was arrested in 1931?
Sabarmati.
Correct. Who asked Kasturba to give Gandhi the glass of fruit juice with which he broke his fast? I've started, so I'll finish.
Colonel
Who
Doyle.
asked Kasturba to give Gandhi the glass of fruit juice with which he broke his fast in September 1932?
Colonel Doyle, the Inspector General of Prison.
Is correct. And at the end of your time for specialized subject questions, Uma Bahadevan, I find you've scored 16 points with 1 pass. Thank you very much. And so I'd like to call upon our 4th contender to kindly take the black seat. Your name,
Jaydev Karunakaran,
occupation,
engineering student,
your chosen area of specialization.
Pink Floyd.
Jaydev Karunakaran, if you're ready, we'll start your set of questions on your chosen area. Now, what was the group's name immediately before they renamed themselves Pink Floyd?
The Abdabs,
The full name, please.
the architectural Abdabs.
Correct. Apart from Pink Anderson, from which blues act did Pink Floyd derive their name?
Floyd Council,
Correct. From which novel by Kenneth Grahame did Syd Barrett get the name of the band's first album, Piper at the Gates of Dawn?
The Wind in the Willows,
Correct. Which book is the source for the song Chapter 24 in Piper at the Gates of Dawn?
Book of I Ching,
Correct. Which early UK top 20 single told the tale of a transvestite?
Arnold Lane,
Correct. Which album's pre-release working title was Eclipse?
The Dark Side of the Moon,
Correct. Which was the last number that Barrett recorded with the band?
Jug Band Blues,
Correct. Who replaced Syd Barrett as lead guitarist of the group midway through Saucerful of Secrets?
David Gilmour,
Correct. Who is the only member of the group to have played on all Pink Floyd albums?
Nick Mason,
Correct. In which year were Pink Floyd inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
94,
No, it's 96, Jan 17th. The cover of which album features an inflated pig flying over a power station?
Animals,
Correct. From a headline in which newspaper did the album Atom Heart Mother gets its name?
The Evening Standard,
Correct. What creature is Gerald in the song Bike?
a mouse,
Correct. Which musician played the main role of Pink in the film The Wall?
Bob Geldof,
Correct. Who directed the film The Wall?
Alan Parker,
Is correct. Which famous physicist voiced the opening monologue for the song Keep Talking?
Stephen Hawking,
Correct. With which avant-garde composer did Pink Floyd collaborate in Atom Heart Mother?
Stefan Grappelli,
No, it's Ron Geeson. Which French ballet company did Pink Floyd play live for in Marseille in November 1972?
the Roland Petty Ballet,
Correct. How many Grammy Awards has Pink Floyd won so far?
1,
Correct. Which design company has produced all of the band's artwork from Saucerful of Secrets till now?
Hypnosis,
Correct. And that is time. At the end of your allotted time for your specialized subject questions, Jaydev Karunakaran, I find you've scored 18 points with no passes. Thank you very much. And after a very brisk opening round in which we saw all of the contenders picking up quite a few points with very little to choose between the contenders, let's turn to the scoreboard to see what the actual position is at this stage. Tied in 3rd place with 15 points apiece are the systems analyst from Mumbai and the army officer from Devlali. In 2nd place is the civil servant from Mumbai. But leading the contest at this stage with a score of 18 points is the engineering student from Cochin, Jaydev Karunakaran. As you can see, we have the makings of a terrific round. One clear leader, but not much to choose between the 4 contenders. As we go into the second half of our contest, the general knowledge round, we'll conduct that after a very short break. Do stay with us till then.
Where there's energy, there's HP.
G? Finance company. Thanks.
Papa, the company is registered with the RBI. Your money is absolutely safe.
Just registration with RBI does not guarantee safety. We must check and verify the credentials of the company first. It is my life savings, beta.
All that glitters is not gold.
MRF ZVTS, the most comfortable radio ever.
If you think you don't need insurance, think again. You need United India's householders policy. For today's competitive world, AT&T's global networking solutions bring you high-speed technologies that give you the edge. Buckle up. Today, you can be Businessman of the Year at 36. McDowell's Signature, the new sign of success. Norsk Hydro, a Fortune 500 company and the world's largest manufacturer of aluminium building systems. Hepsil, when you want the world's best.
G, finance company. Thanks.
Papa, the company is registered with the RBI. Your money is absolutely safe.
Just registration with RBI does not guarantee safety. We must check and verify the credentials of the company first. It is my life savings, beta.
All that glitters is not gold. Where there's energy, there's HP.
Welcome back to Mastermind India. We've completed the specialized subject round. We are ready to begin the general knowledge round with our 4 contenders. Usually, we call upon the contenders at this stage in the ascending order of the scores that they achieve in the opening round. But at this stage, or indeed at the end of the round, in the event of a tie, the contender with the least number of passes at the same score takes precedence. And so may I now call upon the contender who's at present in 4th place, please. Purnachandra, at the end of the opening round, on your specialized subject of the childhood of Krishna, you scored 15 points with 3 passes. If you're ready, we'll start your set of general knowledge questions now. Which Nepalese-born actress made her debut as heroine in the Subhash Ghai film Saudagar?
Manisha Koirala.
Correct. The Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Sutlej are tributaries of which river?
Pass.
Visakhapatnam is the largest port of which Indian state?
Andhra Pradesh.
Correct. Which former actor was nicknamed Jubilee Kumar on account of the success of his films?
Rajendra Kumar.
Correct. While playing against which country did Sunil Gavaskar score his 10,000th test run?
West Indies.
No, it's Pakistan. Where in Maharashtra is the Kumbh Mela celebrated?
Nasik.
Correct. Which is the largest animal belonging to the primate group?
The baboon.
No, it's the gorilla. Which communist country's capital is Pyongyang?
North Korea.
Correct. What is the nationality of the famous pole vault champion, Sergei Bubka?
Ukrainian.
Correct. Which Prime Minister lost a vote of confidence in the Lok Sabha by 356 votes to 151 in 1990?
Vajpayee.
No, it's Vishwanath Pratap Singh. Which hill station in Madhya Pradesh is known as the Queen of the Satpuras?
Panchmadi.
Correct. By what common name do we better know the chemical sodium carbonate?
Soda. Baking soda.
No, it's washing soda. Which award did Khushwant Singh return to the government of India in protest against Operation Blue Star in 1984?
Padma Shri.
No, it's the Padma Bhushan. Which city was the capital of Egypt during Cleopatra's reign?
Cairo.
No, it's Alexandria. Which term denoting the isolation of people and animals for medical reasons comes from the Italian word for 40 days?
Pass.
Who was elected to the Lok Sabha from both Medak and Rai Bareli in the 1980 general elections?
Indira Gandhi.
Correct. A break-in into the Democratic office in which hotel led to Nixon's downfall?
Watergate.
Correct. Which Asian nation has been ruled by the State Law and Order Restoration Committee since 1988?
Burma.
Correct. Who wrote the plays Raja and Dak Ghar?
Pass.
And that is time. At the end of the time allotted to you for general knowledge questions, Purnachandra, you've scored 25 points with 6 passes. Thank you very much. And now may I call upon the next contender, please. Anirudh Joshi, At the end of the opening round, in which your specialized subject was the Formula One motor racing from 1950 to 2000, you scored 15 points with 1 pass. If you're ready, we'll start your set of general knowledge questions now. In the Mahabharata, who was the 8th son of King Shantanu and Ganga?
Bhishma.
Correct. Which Indian Nobel laureate completed his undergraduate studies from Calcutta's Presidency College?
C.V. Raman.
No, it's Amartya Sen. In which E.M. Forster novel is Dr. Aziz one of the principal characters?
A Passage to India.
Correct. Against which team did Narendra Hirwani claim 16 wickets in his first test match?
West Indies.
Correct. Which English king was nicknamed the Lionheart?
Richard III.
No, it's Richard I. By which common name is a flight data recorder also known?
Black Box.
Correct. What famous bridge connects Dawes Point and Milson Point in Australia?
Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Correct. After the breakup of the Soviet Union, who became the first democratically elected president of Russia?
Boris Yeltsin.
Correct. What infamous event of December 1999 was carried out by Chief, Doctor, Burger, Bhola and Shankar?
A coup in Maldives.
No, it's the hijacking of IC-814, which started from Kathmandu. Of which protein are human nails and hair made?
Keratin.
Correct. Which princess of the Kuch Bihar royal family later became the Maharani of Jaipur?
Gayatri Devi.
Correct. Which woman beat Rick Lazio to win a seat in the United States Senate from New York?
Hillary Clinton.
Correct. Which 1982 Ramesh Sippy film starred Dilip Kumar, Amitabh Bachchan and Anil Kapoor?
Shakti.
Correct. What name is given to the person at the end of the rope in a tug of war?
Puller.
No, it's the anchor. Who is the only Indian tennis player to reach the singles semi-finals at Wimbledon 2 years in a row?
Vijay Amritaj.
No, it's Ramanathan Krishnan. Into which water body does the river Jordan flow?
Dead Sea.
Correct. Which Central Asian capital city's name literally means red hero?
Tashkent.
No, it's Ulaanbaatar. And that is time. At the end of your 2 minutes of time for general knowledge questions, Anirudh Joshi, I find you've scored 26 points with 1 pass. Thank you very much. May I now call upon the next contender, please? Uma Mahadevan, in your opening round, your specialized subject was the life of Kasturba Gandhi, a subject in which you scored 16 points with 1 pass. We'll start your general knowledge questions now. Who wrote, East is East and West is West and ne'er the twain shall meet?
Kipling.
Correct. Who was the first non-Congress Prime Minister of India?
VP Singh.
No, it's Morarji Desai. Kajol is the granddaughter of which former actress?
Pass.
Mandalay is the second largest city of which Asian country?
Burma.
Correct. What practice was abolished by Article 17 of the Indian Constitution?
Untouchability.
Correct. The Gobind Sagar Lake is situated behind which dam?
Bhakra Dam.
Correct. Which style of cloth painting involving the use of wax is derived from a Javanese word meaning painted?
Batik.
Correct. Which Indian state was ruled by the Ahom tribe from the 13th century until 1838?
Nagaland.
No, it's Assam. In which James Bond film did Kabir Bedi play a negative role?
Pass.
What is the modern equivalent of a hippodrome?
Stadium.
No, it's a race course. In mathematics, of what are complex, vulgar and mixed types?
Numbers.
No, it's fractions. Who became the first US president to receive the Nobel Peace Prize in 1906?
Roosevelt.
Which one?
Theodore.
Correct. Which rural Maharashtrian dance form combining music, drama and dance usually has 7-member troops?
Tamasha.
Correct. Which landlocked country lies between Thailand and Vietnam?
Cambodia.
No, it's Laos. Which Pakistani president signed the Tashkent Agreement with Lal Bahadur Shastri?
Khrushchev.
Pakistani president, I asked, it's Ayub Khan. In the Mahabharata, who killed Dronacharya at Kurukshetra?
Arjuna.
No, it's Dhrishtadyumna. Which North Indian university was previously known, I've started so I'll finish. Which North Indian university was previously known as the Thomason College of Engineering?
Delhi University.
No, as a matter of fact, it's Roorkee University. And that is time, at the end of which, Uma Mahadevan, I find you've scored 23 points with 3 passes. Thank you very much. And now may I call upon our final contender, please. Jaydev Karunakaran, in the opening round, your specialized subject was Pink Floyd, a subject in which you scored 18 points with no passes. The score you have to exceed now to be able to win this round is 26 points and 1 pass. If you're ready, we'll start your set of general knowledge questions now. In Hindu mythology, what kind of animal is Kamadhenu?
A cow.
Correct. Which actor played the role of Assistant Commissioner of Police Rathod in the 1999 film Sarfarosh?
Pass.
What famous building in London did John Nash rebuild in 1825?
Parliament House.
There's the Buckingham Palace. In which cantonment town did Mangal Pandey rebel in 1857, triggering off the First War of Indian Independence?
Meerut.
No, it's Barakpur. Which Nobel laureate born in India described the Grand Trunk Road as a river of life?
Pass.
In which Indian city are test matches played at the Baramati Stadium?
Pass.
Whose first miracle was that of turning water into wine?
Jesus.
Correct. In 1988, Anthony Nesti became the first Olympic gold medalist for which country?
Eritrea.
No, it's Suriname. What does COM in the generic cyber abbreviation .com stand?
Commercial.
Is correct. Which two-wheeled vehicle brand takes its name from the district in Milan where it was first manufactured?
Vespa.
No, it's Lambretta. Which Olympic Games had Misha the bear as its mascot?
Moscow.
Correct. By refusing to give up her seat to a white man on a Montgomery bus, who sparked off the 1950s American civil rights movement?
Rose White.
No, it's Rosa Parks. In R.L. Stevenson's novel The Treasure Island, who owned the Spyglass Inn?
Pass.
In 1948, which project did the US Air Force launch to investigate UFO sightings?
Sector 51.
No, it's Project Blue Book. By what name is Gogunda, the scene of a famous 16th century battle, better known?
Pass.
Which company recently joined Birla, Tata, AT&T combined, Batata, to effect the largest merger ever in the history of corporate India?
Pass.
Who took over as the Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Army from Sir Roy Butcher?
Cariappa.
Is correct, and that is time. At the end of the time allotted to you for general knowledge questions, Jaydev Karunakaran, I find you've scored 23 points with 6 passes. Thank you very much. As you all saw, we had a bit of a seesaw general knowledge round with some contenders doing better than they did in the opening round, some doing far worse. But then to find out what the relative positions are, let's turn to the scoreboard. Tied in third place is the engineering student from Cochin and the civil servant from Mumbai. In second place is the army officer from Devlali. But the winner of this preliminary of Mastermind India with a score of 26 points is the system analyst from Mumbai, Anirudh Joshi. Next week, it's another preliminary here in Mumbai. Do join us for that round. Till then, goodbye.